Shift our focus over to other international stories as Afghanistan and Taliban representatives have agreed to a basic roadmap for negotiating the country's political future and to end the 18-year-long war. After 2 days of unprecedented discussions in the Qatari capital city of Doha, the two sides have emphasized a need to work for reducing the civilian casualties to zero and assuring fundamental rights to women. The declaration is not binding and is a starting point for negotiations later. But even if the declaration might not immediately de-escalate the violence in Afghanistan, it does help push forward a peace process between American diplomats and the Taliban.
This is not official negotiation. These were informal talks. It has, on moral obligation of this, has the weight of moral obligation, and it was a collective demand of the participants of this 2 days conference. And they asked from all sides that also for reduction in the civilian casualties and demand for withdrawal of all foreign forces from Afghanistan, because they confirmed the statement of the Moscow conference.
How the Taliban have said direct negotiations with the Afghans would start only after the United States announces a timeline for the withdrawal of its troops from Afghanistan. American negotiators are in the middle of the 7th round of talks over the withdrawal of troops in Afghanistan, and in return of the withdrawal, U.S. demands for a commitment from the insurgents that Afghan soil would not be used to launch terrorist attacks against the United States and its allies. The American Special Envoy to Taliban, Zalmay Khalilzad, has thanked the Afghan society representatives for finding a common ground. Khalilzad was leading the negotiations with the Taliban and has attended both opening and closing sessions in Doha. On Sunday, the Taliban had detonated a car bomb outside a government security compound in central Afghanistan, killing 14 people and wounding 180, including scores of children. The attack came at the onset of a 2-day meeting between Afghan citizens and the militants. The talks were held to open the way to a peace process that should build on a deal between the United States and the Taliban to end the longest ever U.S. war.